Today I'm going to show you a crime action thriller film titled The Last House on the Left. Be ready for spoilers ahead. The film begins in the middle of a forest at night with two police officers, Morton and Giles, transporting a dangerous criminal John Krug to prison. Krug requests for them to stop so that he can piss, but they refuse. However, there's a surprising twist when they stop at a railroad crossing while a train passes through. The officers meet a grim fate when a truck suddenly crashes into their transporting vehicle, and two masked people get out of the truck and walk over to the car. These people turn out to be Krug's younger brother, Francis, and Krug's girlfriend, Sadie. Giles is still alive but extremely bloodied, so Sadie shoots him in the head. She then frees her boyfriend Krug and kisses him. Officer Morton is also still alive, though badly injured. Krug decides to strangle the injured officer with his seat belt, and they all wonder what Morton's thinking about as he's dying. Francis steals the cash from the officer's wallet, but as Krug finishes off Morton, some blood spills onto it. The scene transitions to Mari Collingwood, 17, swimming in a pool while her mother, Emma, watches on. After Mari's swim, Emma tells her that they should start their vacation. Emma quickly picks up her husband, Dr. John Collingwood, from the hospital after he finishes his surgery. The Collingwoods drive to the forest to spend their vacation at their summer house. While driving, Mari encounters a junction with a sign that reads "Road ends in the lake." She turns left and remarks how ridiculous the sign is. The family arrives at the house and starts to unpack their belongings. Mari decides to stay at the guest house a short walk from the main house. It turns out that Mari had an older brother named Ben, who died last year, and it's clear that the parents haven't gotten over his death. Mari goes to the boathouse and takes a quick swim in the lake. She then gets dressed and puts on a necklace that Ben gave her. Emma's brother, who recently stayed in the house, has left Emma and John a bottle of wine as a token of appreciation. While John tries to fix the broken microwave, Mari asks her parents if she can borrow the car. She wants to go into the nearby town to visit her friend Paige. Emma thought they could enjoy a nice family meal together, but John gives Mari the keys and a wad of cash to have fun in town. Emma only requests that Mari call her when she arrives in town and advises Mari to exercise caution. After she leaves, John and Emma plan to have a quiet and romantic dinner together. Later, Mari hangs out with Paige as she works at the general store. As they catch up and discuss their plans to get high, Justin, a teenager, grabs some junk food and approaches the counter and asks for cigarettes. However, Paige wants to check his ID first, and then Justin comes up with a compromise. If she lets him buy the cigarettes, he'll give her some primo weed from his motel room. Paige ultimately winds up agreeing to the deal. Justin gets nervous when he sees that some of the cash has blood on it, but he finds clean bills to pay with. Mari drives them all straight to the motel, where Justin and Paige get out of the car, telling Mari that they'll be back in a couple of minutes. As Mari waits in the car, she notices that her cell phone lacks signal, and a maid abruptly startled her, asking if she dropped her room key. Tired of waiting, Mari enters the room to find that Justin and Paige are smoking a joint. She's a little miffed that they didn't get her, but she sits down and smokes with them. Emma phones Mari, concerned that she didn't make a call when she arrived in town. However, Mari reassures her mother that everything's fine. As the call starts to break up, Emma warns Mari that a storm is coming. Mari says that she'll spend the night at Paige's house and hangs up. While getting high, Paige dances on the bed as Mari asks Justin about his family. He says that they have to keep moving because of his father and uncle, before telling them that his mother is dead. Mari further discloses that her brother has also passed away. Wanting badly to change the subject to something more upbeat, Paige says that Justin could be cute if he didn't have a creepy look. She has Justin wear his uncle's shirt while she and Mari give him a makeover. Suddenly, Krug, Francis, and Sadie show up at the motel. Sadie immediately takes off her shirt and walks around topless, looking for a bra and clean shirt to put on. Francis notices that Justin is wearing his shirt but instructs him to keep it on. Upon seeing the two teenage girls, Krug becomes upset with Justin, reminding him that he wasn't supposed to bring anyone to the motel room. Justin tells Krug that he didn't know that they would be back so soon and says that he thought he could get rid of the weed. Krug wants Justin to stop thinking about his own needs and punches him in the stomach. He tosses a newspaper at Justin, showing him that his escape is all over the news. Krug looks at the girls and wonders what to do with them. Mari and Paige promise not to say anything, but Francis grabs Paige from behind and pulls out his knife. Mari gives Sadie the keys to her car, hoping that they won't hurt them. Krug apologizes, but he just can't risk having them leave. Paige breaks free from Francis and goes into the bathroom to try to use her phone, but it doesn't have a signal. She goes to the window, where she spots a police car in the parking lot and tries to get their attention, but they don't see her. Francis breaks through the door and throws Paige down from the window, smashing her head against the sink in the process. He then smashes both Paige's phone and Mari's. Krug forces Justin to look at Mari, telling him that he's responsible for their predicament. The gang and the girls drive off in Mari's car, with Francis holding onto Paige, Sadie holding onto Mari, and Krug driving with Justin in the front seat. They pass another police car on the road, and the girls try to get their attention, but they're both held down. Mari sees that the car's cigarette lighter is directly in front of her, so she grabs it and burns Sadie's forehead, leaving a small burn mark. Paige fights Francis while Krug tries to get everyone to calm down. Reacting swiftly, Mari opens the door and tries to jump out, but Sadie holds her down. Krug winds up losing control of the car, causing them to crash into a couple of trees. Paige, wounded, gets out of the car and tries to free Mari, but Krug knocks her to the ground. Francis finds that his nose broke during the crash and lets out his anger on the girls, kicking them around. Paige and Mari try to escape again by running into the forest. She runs through the forest and manages to hide from them. She eventually comes across a construction site and screams for help. However, they can't hear her due to loud machines at work. When she attempts to move closer, Sadie tackles her. Paige kicks Sadie off her and tries to run again but is clotheslined by Francis, who pulls out his gun and kills her right there. Mari screams in agony as she realizes Paige is dead. She begs Justin to help her, but he's powerless and continues doing nothing. Krug rips off Mari's necklace and throws it to Justin, who puts it in his pocket. Mari, having picked up a rock, hits Krug in the head and runs into the forest. Krug tries to shoot her, but misses as she gets to the lake and swims away. Krug continues to shoot at her, but he keeps missing. Eventually, he shoots Mari in the back, causing her to stop in the lake and sink beneath the water. Soon, the storm arrives, and the gang decides to leave. While strolling through the woods, the four of them find themselves on the road that leads to the Collingwoods' home. Emma and John have just finished dinner when they hear banging at the front door. They open to find Krug, Justin, Francis, and Sadie drenched in the rain. Claiming to be a family whose car has broken down, the Collingwoods welcome them inside. John snaps Francis' broken nose back into shape as Emma makes coffee for everyone and hot chocolate for Justin. Krug says that despite their car difficulties, they're lucky to have stumbled upon their house. He then suggests that they use their phone to call a tow truck or taxi, but John is skeptical that anyone will come to their aid during the storm. While John stitches up Francis' nose, the storm causes the power to go out. John steps outside to activate the house's backup generator, and once the generator is operational, John returns inside to complete Francis' nose stitching, during which Francis develops feelings for John's wife. Justin asks to use the bathroom, but he's shocked to see a picture of Mari on the refrigerator. He collapses on the floor, claiming he's sick, and rushes off to the bathroom. He locks the door behind him and retrieves Mari's necklace. Krug knocks on the door and tells Justin to get his act together and appear normal in front of the Collingwoods. At this moment there's a surprising twist to the narrative. We see Mari badly wounded, making her way to the boathouse and then crawling out of the lake. Justin goes back to the kitchen and places Mari's necklace around his cup. Krug tells him to hurry up since Emma is going to show them the guest house. And since the guest house lacks electricity, Emma lights a number of candles and tells them that if they need anything, they can just come over to the main house. Krug thanks her for her hospitality. Emma goes back to the house but doesn't see Mari crawling nearby. Back inside the main house, they hear loud banging outside on the porch. John and Emma go outside to find that the noise is from a rocking chair. They are then shocked to find Mari there. John notices Mari's gunshot wound and swiftly carries her to the living room. He heats up a knife in the fireplace and cauterizes the wound to stop the bleeding. He tells Emma to get alcohol and towels from the kitchen. Emma finds Mari's necklace wrapped around Justin's cup and realizes who her guests are. Mari is struggling to breathe, so John turns her on her side, cuts her back, and inserts a tube into the wound to help her breathe. Upon noticing blood in her inner thigh, John comes to the realization that his daughter has been raped. Emma tells John that their guests did this to their daughter. Emma noticed Mari wearing the necklace prior to her departure, and she is certain that Justin had left it around his cup. John grows furious and tells her that they need to be prepared to do anything. Meanwhile, in the guest house, Justin is feigning sleep as he begins to eye Krug's pistol, which is in his possession. He sneaks into the bedroom and steals it. John goes to the boathouse and grabs a hammer, intending to use it as a weapon to kill the guests. Emma eyes some knives in the kitchen, and then Francis suddenly shows up. He says that the lightning outside woke him up, and he was wondering if he could have something to drink. To keep him from seeing Mari's picture on the refrigerator, Emma flirts with him and says that John is passed out upstairs. She offers him some wine and tells him to wait in the living room while she gets glasses. Francis walks into the other room and sees Mari curled up in front of the fireplace. He panics, and before he can react, Emma smashes a wine bottle over his head. Enraged, he charges at her, but Emma stabs him in the chest with a butcher knife. Francis beats her a bit and goes to the window in the dining room to try to warn the others in the guest house, but they can't hear due to the storm. John arrives and strikes Francis with a hammer, then plunges his head into the sink to drown him. While thrashing around, Francis' hand winds up in the garbage disposal. John turns it on, slicing up Francis' hand. As Francis screams in pain and tries to break free, John stabs him in the head with the hammer claw, killing him. John and Emma sneak into the guest house, armed with the butcher knife and a fire poker to kill the others. As they approach the bedroom, they notice Krug and Sadie in bed and Justin sitting nearby. Justin aims the pistol at them, but he changes his mind and then offers the gun to John. But when he cocks it, Sadie wakes up, and John swiftly shoots her, but the bullet grazes her neck, thereby waking up Krug as well. Sadie jumps on John and fights with him for the gun as Krug throws the bed at Emma. John throws Sadie in the bathroom and then tries to shoot Krug, but he jumps out of the window and makes his way towards the house. Sadie grabs a pole from the shower and uses it to beat John up, but Emma dispatches her with a pistol through her left eye. Krug gets to the house, somewhat confused as to why the Collingwoods are attacking them. He then looks in the living room and finds blood on the table. He walks into the kitchen and finds Frances' body. Krug gets really angry and storms off, but the Collingwoods had actually put Mari in the boat before going to the guest house. Emma stays with her, while John heads to the house with a fire poker to kill Krug. John finds that his wallet has been placed on the table in front of the fireplace. Krug has seen his family photo and knows that Mari is their daughter. Upstairs, Krug taunts John to come up and get him. Krug rolls an object on the floor and keeps moving around to throw John off. He looks outside and realizes that they're going to use the boat to escape. He opens a window and makes a loud noise, causing John to rush upstairs. Thinking Krug has escaped through the window, he tries to yell out to Emma. It turns out that Krug was hiding in the room to ambush John, leading to a brutal fight between them. Krug kicks John through the railing on the stairs, causing him to fall to the ground floor. Krug then stands over the wounded John and insults his daughter and if he wants to know how tight his daughter was. John breaks a table over Krug. After more fighting, Krug chokes John with a fire poker until he passes out. John falls to the floor, and Krug prepares to stab him when he hears a gun cocked behind him. Krug turns around to find Justin aiming the gun at him. Krug can't believe it, telling him he picked a hell of a time to man up. Justin pulls the trigger, but the gun is out of bullets. Enraged, Krug stabs Justin in the stomach with a fire poker. Emma comes back with a fire extinguisher and hits Krug before spraying him with a hose. John beats him with the fire poker, then Emma knocks Krug out by bashing his head with the fire extinguisher. Once the storm clears up outside, John, Emma, Mari, and Justin all get in the boat and drive down the lake. Some time later, Krug wakes up alone to find John standing over him. Krug says that he can't move. John says that he didn't have any rope or tape to hold him, and so he made cuts all over his body to paralyze him from the neck down. Krug, feeling helpless, asks John what he's doing. John puts Krug's head in the broken microwave and turns it on. The film ends with Krug's head exploding in the microwave. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.